Hello students, I am Anshul Agrawal. I will teach you science and I will teach you science with the help of book, and that is your book Super Science for class 5. You can see it clearly, Super Science for class 5. Okay students, in this book your first chapter is reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants. Before discussing about the chapter, first of all, you should know about the reproduction. Actually, reproduction is the process that occurs only in living things. I am repeating it. Reproduction is the process that occurs only in living things. And since plants are living things, that's why plants also reproduce. Okay. Now, I am telling you about the definition of reproduction. Reproduction is the process of producing young ones of their own kind, means it is a simple process by which living things produce young ones of their own kind, as your parents give birth to you, as plants reproduce their own kind, new plants, young ones of plants. Okay, now I'm starting the chapter. Start. So students, I have explained you about reproduction. Now in your book it is written that the flower of the plant is an important part of the plant from which plants can reproduce. Okay, actually some plants bear flowers and some do not. Some plants bear flowers but some do not. Now some important roles and the important functions of flowers are, actually flowers attract insects by their smell, by their bright colors, and the two important roles of flowers are roles of flowers. The most important role of flower is it attracts insects and help in pollination. Attract insects and help in pollination. Now you will think that what is pollination? What is pollination? About pollination I will describe you later. And the second important role of flower is it forms seeds. And that seeds are useful in the reproduction. Okay students? Now I am starting your second topic. The second topic is parts of flower. To understand about the parts of flower, you would have to see the diagram of flower in your book on page number 5, diagram 1. You have to see the diagram. In this diagram, parts of flower are clearly shown, and about the parts I will explain you. Okay. Now you can see the diagram of the plant. You can see the diagram of flower. In this diagram, you can see its part clearly. Your first part is petal. Actually, petal is only the showy part of a plant. Petal is only the colorful, showy part of the plant. It helps the flower to attract insect. Okay, and second part is sepal. Second part is sepal. Actually, sepals are the green leafy-like structure. These are leafy-like structure. Okay, at the early stage of development, sepals are like this. Sepals are like this, and slightly the flower grows and sepals opens like this. And the third part is carpel and stamen. Actually, carpel and stamen. These are the third part of a flower, and female part of the flower is carpel. Female part of the flower is carpel. In this carpel, you can see clearly this is stigma. This is stigma. This is style. This is ovary. Okay. In this ovary, it is ovule. Okay, about ovule you will understand in next topic. And stamen is the male part of a flower. In stamen, this is anther and this is filament. This tube-like structure is filament. Okay. First of all, I will explain you carpel and stamen. Actually, I have told you that carpel is the female part of a flower. This carpel, it is the female part of a flower, and this long tube-like structure, this one, this is known as style. Okay, and the ovary, it contains ovule, and stamen is the male part of a flower. This stamen, it is the male part of a flower. In this, it is anther, which contains pollen grains. It contains pollen grains. Okay, and from this anther, pollen grains transfer to the stigma or to the female part of a plant. Okay, and this process is known as pollination. I will explain you next. Now, your next topic is so students, your next topic is how plants reproduce. How plants reproduce. Actually, plants reproduce in three ways. Plants reproduce in three ways. And the first way is reproduction from seeds. Reproduction from seeds. Plants reproduce from seeds. And second way is reproduction through different parts of a plant. Reproduction through different parts of a plant. You all know very well that plants have different parts, leaves, flowers, seeds, roots, stems, and plant can reproduce through its parts. Okay. And the third way is reproduction. Third way is reproduction through spores. Reproduction through spore, and that process is known as spore formation, and about that process you will study in your next class. Okay. Now the first way, reproduction from seeds. I'll explain you about reproduction from seeds. Okay. In reproduction from seeds, actually the plants which have seeds, they can reproduce through their seeds. Now, I have told you that a process that is known as pollination. Now the time comes to tell you about pollination. Actually, I have shown you the diagram of a flower, and I have told you about two parts, that is male part and that is female part. Actually, male part that is stamen. Stamen have pollen grains, and that pollen grains transfer to the stigma or transfer to the female part of a plant, and that process is known as pollination. You all know that for reproduction we require two things, a male body and a female body, and without these two nothing can produce. Okay, and the same happens in the plant. For reproduction, the process of pollination is required, and the pollination is transfer of pollen grains, from the anther to the stigma. Okay, that process is pollination. And pollination is also of two types. Somewhere pollination occurs in the same plant or same flower, and that pollination is known as self-pollination or cross-pollination. Actually, pollination is of two types: self-pollination and cross-pollination. When only a single flower is included in the pollination, or the anther of a flower transfer pollen grains to the stigma of the same flower, then the pollination is self-pollination. I am repeating it. When the anther of a flower transfer pollen grains to the stigma of the same flower, that pollination is known as self-pollination. And when the anther of a flower transfer pollen grains to the stigma of another flower, that pollination is known as cross-pollination. Okay, students? Now I am telling more about seed and its formation. In seed formation, you can see in your book, seed and fruit formation. Seed and fruit formation. I have told you that pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma of a flower. When pollination is successful, then the pollen grains transfer to the stigma of a flower. Okay, and the pollen grows a tube through the style to reach the ovary, and that pollen reaches the ovary, and in ovary it develops or it mixes with the ovule. And that process is known as fertilization. I am explaining you about fertilization. Now we should know about the fertilization. Actually, fertilization is the process. It is the process in which pollen mixes with ovule. Fertilization is the process in which pollen mixes with the ovule. Okay, and after mixing with the ovule, it forms a seed. It starts to grow as a seed. Okay. So student, this is all for today, and in your next class you will study about structure of seeds and germination and growing plants from seeds. Okay, so that's enough for today. And if you have any query about about your subject or about this class, then you can ask me tomorrow from 8 AM to 9:30 AM on my number, that is, you can note it down, 8077022908. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.